Good
Okay,
luck.
my name is Yu, and this is Amirah. She's my best friend also. And Asia from Sri KGU Secondary School. Okay.
We're from Malaysia. We're from KL, Malaysia. And we are 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start. The garden suggests there might be a place where we can meet nature halfway. This is a quote by Michael Pollan, which perfectly encapsulates the principles of our Green Wall project. Hello, I'm Amirah.
I am president of the Eco Schools program of Sri KGU Secondary School, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Amirah is the vice president and teacher advisors at Miss Eva and Miss Cheng. We aim to spread awareness on environmental issues among the students of KGU and everyone else in our community.
Next slide, please. With that being said, Sinyu and I are here today to talk about one of our projects, which is the Green Wall project. The Green Wall is our solution to the overwhelming plastic pollution in America, in Malaysia, a lack of growing space for food, and agricultural water wastage. Next slide. As you can see from our main blueprint, the green wall is made of recycled plastic bottles used as mini gardening pots, where we planted some vegetables like spring onions, which are to the school cafeteria. All the other blueprints are modifications of this main blueprint.
Yep, and the green wall prototype in our school consists of cycle bottles, and all of them are collected from our school community. It collects rainwater and effectively filtering and recycling the rainwater and using it, and the water is used to water our plants. We have the pump and rainwater reservoir to reduce water wastage, as water wastage is actually one of the main things we want to tackle with this project, because according to a 2016 news report, a single Malaysian wastes up to 1,000 liters of water every year. And the Green Wall has helped to showcase an effective and sustainable method of recycling rainwater.
Okay. As mentioned before, the green wall overcomes water wastage and rainwater wastage. To overcome plastic wastage, the green wall is made of recycled plastic bottles collected from our school community. We chose plastic as the primary material for the green wall because plastic pollution is something that Malaysia struggles with. According to a 2015 study, Malaysia is the 8th worst country worldwide for plastic waste. We decided to start small and reduce plastic waste in our school community by building the green wall. Plastic is also a suitable material for the green wall because it can withstand any weather like rain or strong winds, and it doesn't rot like wood would when in contact with water. It retains its structural integrity and it is light, so it can be easily carried around when the green wall needs to be repaired.
And as previously mentioned, the plants that we grow on the green wall, like spring onions and money plants, they don't require a lot of attention. So when they grow small, donated it as well. We also sell these miniature plants at our school's annual Eco Day, where the profits we donated all the profits to the communities in need.
Yes, the Eco Bazaar is one of the highlights of Eco Day, where we sell healthy foods, handbooks, and clothes. So in the end, everyone goes home with at least one thing, whether it's food, clothes, books, or a little plant.
Interesting, girls. And why did you name it Green Wall then?
Because the it's plastic bottles. So when you grow plants, it becomes, the whole thing becomes green. So it's almost like a green wall.
Wow, that's interesting.
Okay, it's new.
And how? Okay, do you have
Very
more?
Sorry?
Minju, we're dropping you. We are dropping you. Do you have more girls? Do you have more slides to present?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, please
Actually,
continue.
we
Continue.
okay. So
We decided. Okay. We decided to grow edible plants like herbs and vegetables in the green wall to tackle the increasingly concerning issue of low fresh vegetable supply in urban areas due to the lack of growing space. The green wall was built to provide our school community with fresh vegetables grown without the use of pesticides, as it can cause water pollution. All in all, green wall fulfills its three main purposes, which is to reduce plastic pollution, reduce water wastage, and increase growing space for food to increase fresh vegetable supply. As to which communities have benefited from the Green Wall, the Green Wall was first a result of the effort of TSP members and teachers who worked tirelessly to create this prototype. Bottles were collected from both students and staff. After the TSP members assembled this project, we were given the title of Malaysia's first vertical herb farm, using recycled bottles with water harvesting and a water recycling system in a school, which is quite a big achievement. Okay, see you next slide.
okay. So we actually built versions of the green wall in three different schools, which are in 3KU Secondary School, Selangor Our School, and SMK Bangkok in Perak, which we have to travel there. It's around 2 hours of driving, I think. Pendidikan Khas Selangor. This school is actually a school for special needs students. It's a primary school, and yeah, kids. Our blueprint. It is the prototype design, and it is equipped with the water harvesting and recycling system. And for this blueprint, in SMK Bangkok, and this includes a system that water from the air conditioner. And as you can see, we had to modify the design to needs of the school. And this involved this special needs school, and we have to include an aquatic area with fishes and water plants in the design for the special needs students to enjoy.
This is our process. So this is how we built the green wall in our school. This is what the green wall would look like. That's why we call it a green wall, because when the plants grow, the whole thing becomes green. It's like a block of green. Okay, next slide. This is the growth of our spring onions. The spring onions we either sell, donate, or we use them in our school when the cafeteria cooks food, because spring onions is like the base of every single Malaysian dish, actually. Okay, next slide. Our green wall has been recognized by many established community figures, and because we entered the project into the Toyota Eco Youth competition, we have received a visit from the management team from Toyota Malaysia, who praised our installation of a green wall at the special needs school. The green wall has been praised as a sustainable, eco-friendly project, and our school has won a Green Flag Award from WWF because we presented this green wall as one of our many sustainable projects that we carry out in our school. So because of the green wall, we have managed to win the Green Flag Award.
Congratulations, by the way, on all of those recognitions. That's pretty phenomenal.
Thank you.
Okay, see
Okay,
you.
so in conclusion, this project has showcased the is at which young people can take initiative also and do their part to save the environment in their corner of the world. We innovated a gardening system, materials, and rainwater reservoir to increase the sustainability of the garden. So we hope that our project can inspire more young minds everywhere to design their own sustainable one. Family and friends for their constant support and advice.
Okay. We thank you all for listening and we hope you have a very good day ahead. We will now be answering any questions and inquiries if you have any. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Really, really good presentation. I thought you were calling it the green wall because you were repurposing plastic, and that's just kind of known as green. But indeed, it was because of the green plants you were putting in it. So it's a nice play on words you had there. I have a question though about the plastics. You know, you hear about all these different kinds of plastics that leach out chemicals of some kind. And is there any concerns that those green walls will leach chemicals and either from the heat or from water or from whatever causes that to happen? Or are these a particular type of plastic bottles you use that don't carry those risks?
Because this model is
No, they're not chemicals according to our teacher advisor because and it's safe because it's been approved by the WWF. They came, so it's been approved. There are no chemicals that are leaching.
like yeah.
That's very good then. I know that I've seen other proposals where people build roads out of plastic bottles. You know, instead of using the traditional pavements, they found a way to use plastic in roads. I don't know if they will. And then houses, have you ever seen the houses that they've built using plastic bottles? And I always wonder about those plastics. So I'm glad it's not an issue with the gardens because obviously you wouldn't want your food to have it in it.
That's one of the main reasons why we didn't paint the bottles because we were very concerned about like chemicals leaking out and whether it would be clean, you know. That's why we didn't paint them. Although we could have painted them green, then it'd be like triple green.
I don't think you get credit for the play on words more than once. You only get it once.
Yeah. Well, Amirah, you just let me know if the construction of the wall, I mean, you can do this to any wall, or if you need to have a specific wall built up specific way for this, or you can convert any wall into a green wall.
The bottles is actually just fixed on a piece of wood, and then we attach the wood to the wall. We drill the wood into the wall. Yeah, and actually, you have a wall that is like thick enough for us to do that. Yeah, I think it can be implemented on any walls.
Okay, great idea. Because what I was thinking, as Julie just mentioned about plastic, and you people are also reducing plastic waste and all, that's what I understood. But I mean, later on in future, we can have walls built in with built-in holes like these, the way you are building it with plastic bottles, and we can have actually a total green wall without any plastic, right? I mean, we can just suggest this as the structure of the wall itself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that was just a suggestion that was coming to my mind. We can later on have all walls like green walls. So that's a nice thing. And by the way, very interesting approach towards making your environment green. And really like the idea of spring onions and all that, because you've already considered that it takes less water, it consumes less water, and then it also can actually contribute towards the poverty and hunger kind of stuff as well. So we can have food related items, small little food related items in that walls rather than just having merely plants and all that stuff. So cool stuff, girls.
Okay, thank you.
So do you
Yeah.
have any other applications you can do the same thing with? Other things you can think of other than a food wall?
Sorry, that's my dad.
Oh, I thought he was answering the question for you.
Seems so.
So I guess what's next?
The Eco Schools program, as Sinu, we can talk about the Water God project. We're actually conducting another project to help reduce plastic pollution in rivers. So Sinu, you can talk about that.
Okay. So this is actually for WWF Eco Champion Award, and for the main idea, our main idea is to implement a water goat system. It's like it's a net with floating. It's like a floating net in the river itself, and it will collect any rubbish and trash that is like flowing, and because we attach the net to both thing that is flowing through the river. Yeah.
Well, I have an idea. I have a question for you girls. That's regarding to the green wall that just came to my mind. Have you got the price stuff calculated, that how much it costs to convert a regular wall into a green wall? Have you just ever got it calculated? And how much time does it take to convert a regular wall into a green wall?
Yes, we've got the price calculated, but it's not the converting is not really the issue, but it's more like the maintenance of the wall is the thing that takes up time, because you have to like make sure the wall doesn't completely collapse. You have to make sure the soil remains not like hard. So maintaining it is normally the thing, and it's only like, according to my teacher advisor, it's only below 500 ringgit. So it doesn't cost much because it's like almost all reusable materials.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And how much time does it take to convert a regular wall into a green wall? Because I mean, you people were doing this project in a school, so definitely all the school were. I mean, especially when you're doing it in a special needs school, I really understand the enthusiasm and I really know the excitement and all that stuff. So everybody was engaged, and you people were using all those plastic bottles, other than I mean that you were just using otherwise in the school, along with using the wood pieces. I mean, you could just get it from as a scrap from somewhere. But how much time does it take to convert a regular wall into a green wall? What do you think? How much time? Because I just wanted to present this solution to everyone else who are watching us, because they can of course convert the one wall of their school, one wall of their, I mean, I don't believe in one wall, by the way. I wish all the walls should be green walls. But just tell people about how much time does it take, how much does it cost, so that they can also use this, the suggestion of yours, as they can just acquire that. Yeah.
Okay, it takes like around 1.5 months, but bearing in mind, we took 1.5 months because we were working as a community. Normally we do it after we finish all our exams, then we do it at the end of the year. So 1.5 months, everyone is working as a committee. We collect the plastic bottles first, and then we nail them, we arrange them, then we put the soil inside it, and then what we would do is you would attach it to the wall. And that is all, like, people stayed back for that thing, people like skip some lessons for that, but overall, if you work together as a team, it's very doable, especially in your part of the world. You can build green walls anywhere. It works for almost all walls. And yeah.
Yeah, and Amirah, is the wood sustainable idea for this? Because I mean, wood is going to be decaying in some time, isn't it? Because you're going to be water. I mean, it's an auto water system, of course, in the green wall of your school. But I mean, is the wood sustainable? in terms of decaying and all that stuff? How long does wood sustain all this watering and all that? Are you thinking about some other material as well?
Oh, I don't think wood was really something we thought about because the wood that we use is quite high quality, so we wouldn't really like concern it like rotting or anything because it's still there and it's still sturdy.
Because the thing about plastic bottles, they're like very light, and when you feel the soil, it's not that heavy. So, and because this bottle, we are actually like cutting a square for the plants to grow out, and the soil is just very little for one bottle, so it's not very heavy, and the wood can actually, yeah, can take that.
I was just giving you dimensions to think in different ways in terms of your pricing, in terms of your cost, because when we invent something, that's what the power and beauty of innovation is. It makes you think in multiple dimensions that you might never have thought of. Why not, Julie?
Right? Sorry?
I said I was just giving you dimensions because that's what the beauty of innovation is in itself, is because you probably are a student of, environmental science, but then you keep on thinking about multiple dimensions. You think about the price, the sustainability, the time, and all that stuff that consumes within an innovation stuff. So I was just talking so that you people just move your brain randomly around the stuff and see what other solutions you can bring.
Yes.
And did you have the spring onions yourself? Were not they tasty because they were without any, they were organic spring onions? Julie, they can have actually little packets sell in the grocery market stating organic spring onions because organic is such a thing these days, isn't it?
Yes, actually.
We do sell them. We actually sell them during our Eco Bazaar. We have we used to have, now not anymore, right? So we sell them during our Eco Bazaar, like little packets.
And how much time does it take to a spring onion to actually, right from seeding to grow?
Actually, not that long. I think it took like 1 month or less than a month, because
then that's a business done. Then that's a business.
Yeah.
Around like 3 weeks.
Wow.
It's actually, yeah, as I said, it's actually like a very, we actually handpicked our plant, like the money plant. It was originally picked. After that, we were like, oh, what? We can probably pick some other plants that like as easy to plant as the money plant, and we can also use the plant actually.
And then you can have herbs as well, because the herbs, specifically the kind of herbs that are used generally, like mint, like coriander, like parsley, like all those herbs, because then people do not actually need to pull that out. They just need to cut off whatever of their need, and then they can go home and they can cook wonderful food, and it remains there and it grows every day. So that's again a sustainable thing.
Yes, that's something that we thought about. So in one phase when we were planting things, we actually separated the upper part of the green wall from money plants, and then the lower part will be for herbs, because I think the upper part got more sun, so then the herbs could only grow at the lower part.
And then of course herbs need less water. So if the water is like flowing from that side, so that's again a stuff. So Julie, we are enjoying the green wall.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what kind of pests you get. Like in Ohio, USA, where I live, there'd be squirrels crawling all over it. Do you have squirrels? They're like, they remind me of big rodents with fuzzy tails. So what do you have there that would be trying to climb your green wall and bother your plants?
Caterpillars.
Caterpillars, yeah.
Cats over here. In Pakistan, it's cats.
What is it in Pakistan?
Cats.
Cats? Meow cat?
Yeah, wild cats. I mean, for heaven's sake, all our garden, all our food garden is ruined by the cats. It's always cats.
That is funny. That is funny.
Amirah, you were telling something. It's only caterpillars over there, poor little caterpillars. No big kind of animals. I mean,
No, not really, because it's in our school, so and there's not really like any animals
Yeah,
in our school. Like, pets can't
but
really
generally,
go
what do you
in.
think of the roads and all that? Who are
But
the
it's
predators?
outside, right?
Yeah.
It's outside at your school, right? Or is it like an atrium in the middle or something?
Yes, it's in our school
it's
compound.
in our school, but it's outdoor. Yeah.
Okay, okay. It's within the school side. The green side is within your school side, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what about the roads? I mean, if I'm really interested in knowing that if this green wall, Julie, now you have made me think in another dimension. If this green wall is on the road, who can be the I mean pests and the predators? Who do you
If this
see
green
most
wall
in
is on
Malaysia?
the what?
No, yeah. If for instance because in Pakistan we do have a lot of, I mean that is not with the concept of the green walls, but we do have a lot of walls with inbuilt holes like this under the bridges and roads out there, right? Just to maintain
Oh,
environment and all that stuff. So, for instance, I mean, if we do have this food kind of wall and herbs kind of wall out there, so what do you think? Who would you like to be safe from?
to be safe.
Think about it now. Yeah, because have you ever had a food garden at home?
Well, I think that would help people who didn't have food. They can walk up to the food wall and eat food whenever they want. I think we should plant food walls everywhere
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
I agree.
and share with the world.
Yeah, it's very like
You're not only sharing oxygen, Ginju, we dropped you again. It's okay. It happens. I mean, Amirah is taking care of it. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We're getting
that's
the
interesting.
point.
I do have a food garden at home. We grow like mint, we grow basil.
Wow.
really
Because only the girls who have who food garden by their moms at home understand what are these predators and how to save your food from them. Because every other day you keep shouting, "Oh my God, this ruined this thing and that ruined that thing."
But it's not really the predators that destroy your vegetables. It's more so the sun, right? You have to control the sun.
yeah, sometimes it's too strong, and sometimes like rain season you get like
Then
no
mom
sun
keeps
at
pulling
all
the
for
pots
like
here and there, and
weeks.
you actually have to manage everything. You have to make your plants like cover with something, and you do have green what do we call them? Green roofs and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
So
listen,
well done, girls.
I don't mean to cut you off. We do have to move on, but I do want to invite you to come back at the next Global Innovation Field Trip again and give us an update on what new things you've done with the Green Wall, how far you've gotten it to go, what new people presented you awards for it, and all of those wonderful things. It's a brilliant idea. And, us throwing questions about problems to you can only help you make it better. So come back and tell us again in a future Global Innovation Field Trip how it's going, or maybe you'll have something totally different you're doing, but you're always welcome back.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for your time and for presenting today.
Thank you so much.
Bye, girls. It was wonderful having you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.